All right, what's up, everybody? Here's Strings. She is sitting on my dining room table in the weirdest spot possible. No matter how many cat beds I buy, she still sits on shit that she's not supposed to sit on, but whatever, she likes it. Plus, the window's there, she gets to look at the birds. She's also now staring at Sunny and Stormy, who are just, I don't know, bathing each other. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they always do shit like that because they are brother and sister. Now, let me get down to what actually matters. I need to transplant these two autos in the middle and also water those two photos on the outer pots. The 10-gallon one I'm watering right now. Then the other one is on the other side in a 5-gallon pot. Those are both rocket surgery photo period feminized plants from Cascadia Seeds. So inside the pot is the HP, and I'm sorry, not HP, it's just Pro Mix, but it's the BK25 edition. It's like the peat and bark blend, I guess you would call it. And then I just amended it with different amendments. So the plants are looking great. They've definitely bounced back, and I can see that they're just going to continue to bounce back and get bigger and bigger. So I'm pretty happy with the situation. So I just got to maintain it, keep watering, and just keep checking them, which is what I do anyway. So at this point, I think they are saved. I guess before they were looking pretty sad in the solo cups, they didn't look good. Once I put them into these pots with the amendments and the soil, the new soil, they look great. So next up is the Autoflowers. I got to get those two in the middle into bigger pots so that they can get bigger and grow to their full potential. So I'm just going to keep watering. As you can see, I give these plants a good amount of water. They will absorb all of that water. So here are the two pots that I chose to put the Autoflowers in. They're 3-gallon tall fabric pots. So I've used these in the past. I have so many fabric pots in a bag that I have to go wash. Those were the two that were like the cleanest looking, so I picked those two. And then there's the two plants. Those are the Kahaki Lights Autoflowers. They're from Cascadia Seeds. I'm going to put them right in the middle. So one right in the middle right there. And I'm going to jam one down on the bottom right next to where that little hygrometer is. I'm just going to move it over. So we'll see. But this is how I go about transplanting. So first, I need to amend that soil. So that soil is soil that I've already used in other grows. I just recycle it rather than buy new soil every time. So these amendments that I'm showing you are what I'm going to put into that soil. First was the earthworm castings. The next thing was Dr. Earth Flower Girl. And then the last thing was the Coast of Maine greening and leafing blend, which you see the bag right there. It's basically, I was using Stonington blend, but I wanted to try this one just because the NPK ratio looked pretty good to me. 620 seems pretty good, so I'm going to go with that. Now, I use a tablespoon to measure these things out. So there's the tablespoon. I just use a flat 5 tablespoons per pot. I know there's tons of different suggestions and people say this and use that. I don't do all that. I just use 5 tablespoons per pot, no matter what size. And then I'm going to be top dressing and re-amending anyway, like a month in. So it's fine. It will get its nutrients, but this is just how I started off. So 5 tablespoons of the earthworm castings, 5 of the Dr. Earth Flower Girl, which is going in right now. And the next thing I'm going to put in is the Coast of Maine greening and leafing fertilizer. When you're using these particular fertilizers, Dr. Earth and that greening and leafing thing right there, wear a mask or maybe use something to cover up the top of the pot, or just be slow because it is a very powdery substance. It makes clouds. It's probably not good to be breathing it in. It's going to get all over everything. So, it's just easier if you just try and control it. I did not control it, and that's how I realized that, oh shit, there's like clouds of fertilizer. So next time, I'm going to be covering the top with something, or I'm going to wear a mask. Once it's all in, I mix it all up. I kind of just mix it around. Then I create like a hole in the middle like I just did, and I spray it with just regular water. The regular water helps because the next thing I'm putting on is mycorrhizae. It helps the mycorrhizae stick to the soil better, so you don't just have one pile of mycorrhizae at the bottom of that hole. If you sprinkle it around like I'm doing, just like you would like cooking or something like that, it sticks to the soil better. So then when you put the plant in that hole, it will stick to the plant. So if that makes any sense. So here's the plant coming up. I'm gonna show you how I basically just pop it out, flip it over, take the tag out first, obviously. And then I just basically grab it from the stem, turn the entire cup upside down, just like that. And then it just basically slides right out. I mean, you can see the root system on the bottom is looking good. Put it right into the hole and then just backfill the hole around it with the soil I just moved out of the way. I leave a little bit of space on the top of the pot on purpose, usually like 2 inches, maybe sometimes a little more, because I know I'm gonna go in there and top dress and be adding more nutrients or soil or whatever. So I leave space on purpose so I don't end up overflowing the whole pot. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other one, but this is just how I did one pot. I'm doing the same thing for the other. Now, this is where I'm gonna be putting them for the rest of their lives, I guess you can say. Right in the middle like that, and then right on the floor, just like I said. They fit perfectly. So I'm just gonna leave them like that and then see how it goes. Again, here's the amendments I use, just in case anybody cares. Greening and leafing, Dr. Earth Flower Girl, and earthworm castings. You can use any brand. I just use that brand. That's regular water. That is the mycorrhizae. So again, you can use any brand. I just like that one.